Hey guys, how's it going? Today we're going to take a look at the GSG, stands for German Sport Guns, as you can see there, of course. This is the 1911 and 22 caliber. Before I open this up, check out GSG's website. They're imported by ATI. I think it's American Tactical Imports, if I'm not correct. They make a lot of good, affordable guns that shoot in 22. Familiar guns that you may want to get or already may have. Instead of buying a conversion kit, these are usually about the same price, maybe even cheaper. Don't quote me because I'm not familiar with conversion kits. The reason why I got this is because I wanted something that I could trade up my Smith & Wesson 22 A, and that you may have seen in my other videos. I didn't want to get rid of it, but I wanted something new, and that's just how it is. I really wanted a 1911, but as you guys may notice, 1911s do cost quite a bit. A good one, maybe $700, $800, $900, up to $1,000 or more. So this is a good alternative to, a really expensive 1911. Let's crack it open here. Show you what we've got here. Put that off to the side. And first, before I continue, we're going to safety check it as always. Nothing in the magazine. Nothing in chamber. And it's clear. This, as you can see, or if you're not familiar, it is a full-size 1911, what they call the government model. Some people also call them the GI model, but that's a little bit different. The GI model is, now correct me if I'm wrong, it's basically a government model with basic sights and everything else. It's got the basic sights, thumb safety, trigger, wooden grips usually, and the hammer is usually the Tang hammer. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I'm noticing about GI versus government. Anyways, this is the full-size government model, 5-inch barrel. Like I said, I did trade my Smith & Wesson 22A for this. Like I said, it was a hard thing to do, but look at this. This thing is just beautiful. It's got everything I'd want basically right out of the box. The only thing I did change out was I got these Hogue, or I forgot what brand they are. Not Hogue, but they're rubberized grips. So I got those for me. My wife can shoot them without really. She's not super recoil sensitive, but 20. Sometimes you just want to get a good grip, no matter what recoil you got going on. So. And if later down the line little kids shoot this, it'll be comfortable for them to grab. So anyways, other than that, everything that you see on here came with the gun. Nice, I guess, skeletonized trigger came with it. This ambidextrous thumb safety came with it. The trigger came with it. So, usually that's a lot of stuff you have to add on. Sometimes the trigger will be just a solid piece of metal, no holes. You might have a kind of a spur or Tang hammer there. You might have the safety on the left side of the gun, stuff like that. The sights might not be as good. So I was very pleased that this thing came out with, on the shelf. It came with all those features. So now it did come with 3 different front sights. This is the medium. It came with a low and a high. Clean brush, which was kind of useless, manual, all that good stuff. I really do like this. The only other thing I would probably change out is this mainspring housing, which it's curved, which, you know, I guess it doesn't really matter if it's curved or not. I just like the flat ones better. It looks better. The way it feels is just fine. I have to probably put one on there to see the difference. It's got a nice sight picture there. Nice yellow sights. It's got a magazine disconnect, which, like I said with my Smith & Wesson, this is not a, see, it won't shoot without it. This is not a carry gun. If it's a carry gun, yes, I could understand how, if you're in a situation where you want to reload without having to rechamber a new round or anything like that, it would make sense. Police officers, of course, like the magazine disconnect, because if their assailant grabs their gun, they can disconnect the magazine and it's basically useless. I think from what I've seen on some of the videos, if you change the mainspring housing out, you can sometimes get rid of that magazine disconnect. Like I said, I really don't care. The only time that it really kind of bothers me is when I take the magazine out for safety reasons and I check the chamber to inspect it, and then if I just want to drop the hammer safely, I can't, no big deal. But that's it. That's the only reason why I don't really like it, but that's about it. Now, from what I've heard, you can put a regular 1911 slide on there, and then what I mean by regular, the actual stronger steel, because this, of course, is not going to be as strong of a steel as a regular 1911, because it's shooting 22s and it's very low pressure. But you can put a 1911, a 45 caliber slide on this barrel, and I guess you can convert it into a 45, which, if anyone knows anything more about that, if it's true, which it's, I know it's, well, I shouldn't say if it's true because that's what GSG says, but if you know anything about whether or not that's a good idea, whether it's safe or anything like that, just let me know. I will do a separate video on disassembling. I think that is necessary because there's only one video out there of how to disassemble this. And no offense, but the gentleman does not say a word as he's doing so. It helped me, but if he would have said, this is this is that, it would have been a little more information would help. So that's pretty much about it. I don't really have a holster, like I said, because it's not a carry gun. I have that camouflage, what is it, a drop leg holster. I use that out at the range. It works fine. So try not to show the other side because it's got like serial numbers galore on the other side. So trust me, it looks pretty dang good. So that's about it. Check out real soon here. I'm gonna actually, probably as soon as I'm done doing this, I'll just do the disassembly video and call it good for the day. Like always, if you have any questions, if I missed anything, just throw a comment down there. See, that's where I kind of think where you could convert it. See that hole? The bushing is about the size of 45, so we'll see. Maybe one day we'll do that. Maybe not. Depends on how much money we're talking. So there's just a couple more shots. And from what, like I said, it looks just like a regular 1911. I mean, you would not know that this is a 22 until you looked at the barrel at the end of the muzzle there. So, alright guys, thanks for watching. Take care.